It's time to embark on another adventure. This one is heading out onto the prairie. My friend William showed us this place a couple of days ago, and it's a beautiful little ravine in the Police Coulee. Bit of history there. I guess this coulee was used for smuggling whiskey up from the United States into the Indians in Canada, and they put in a police outpost down there. It's at right at the river. I'm actually a little bit upstream from that, where the creek that's in the coulee goes into the before it goes into the river. Pretty special place. Dying to show it to you. Anyways, that's where I'm headed right now. Driving off to Police Coulee. Getting out of the car now. Getting my pack ready. It's in the middle of nowhere. You wouldn't think that this would be anything special. You know, you just see fields all around, and you think, okay, it's just going to be fields. Where's Colin going with fields? And we'll see. You'll see. Now this is cool. There's a porcupine lives in this hole here, and he was huddling there a bit. He might come out again, maybe when I come past here on the way back. As I walk along here, it's about 1 kilometer in. Maybe it's a good time to point this out. Good place. See those hills in the distance? Kind of look like mountains. Actually, there's a bit of history there. It's called the Sweetgrass Hills, and they have to do with there was actually volcanic like magma that came up and it didn't actually meet the surface. So they're kind of volcanic, but they're not volcanoes. And I climbed to the top of that big one there on the right. It's called West Butte. It's on the internet somewhere. And it's pretty cool up there. Big piece of bald prairie. It's all round up there. It's pretty nice. But all the water that flows out of there flows down, and that's where we're headed. We're headed to Police Coulee here, and Police Coulee is taking some water that's drained off there, especially during the recent snow melt. So, and we're getting close to the coulee now. I'll show it to you in a second. We're coming up to the edge of what was the bald prairie, but it's now a vast coulee, deep and wide. Like I say, coming out of the Sweetgrass Hills up there, it comes down. I'll show you on the drone. I'm going to climb down there, and you're going to join me. Probably a pioneer road. Sorry for the wind sounds. Pretty windy today. I think this is part of a spine. You know, it might be a buffalo. It's possible. I can just see the Indians running buffalo off these cliffs. They used to do that. Took my backpack off. The mosquitoes are starting to get pretty bad here, so I'm going to put some mosquito lotion on. Yeah, there's water down there, and I guess the mosquitoes are starting to hatch. Check out those cliffs, aren't they amazing? Wow, I didn't expect a fence down here. I guess the farmer. So I'll just lift this up. 2 hands, takes 2 hands. Lots of flowers here. And as I'm walking along, I can hear doves or pigeons. And I think they're up in that cliff up there. What's left of a beaver dam? Maybe I can get across there. Oh, hey, who are you guys? Heard my voice. A little bit too muddy here, maybe. I should have just stayed in the trees a bit longer, maybe. Oh. Okay, better shut this off. Oh. Whoa, look at that. Black underneath. What the heck is that? I may have to cross it a little bit further back. Oh! What are those guys doing? They're talking up a storm here. What are you guys up to? Huh? What are you guys up to? Ah! Ah! Here's my spot to get across. This shouldn't be too bad. There's even a couple of rocks here. Step on that rock. Step on that rock. Yeah, what could go wrong, right? I made it. And so I'm on the other side now. And I see this big rock. And it looks to me like there's some words written on it. What does it say? It says J. M. McLaughlin, 1940. And there's a couple other ones. This one says 1802. That can't be. There's a 5. BM. Oh, there's McLaughlin. 51. There's another 1940 written there. Is it? And then there's this diamond shape. There's some more down here. That says 41. Scratch marks here. There. This is pretty cool. You know, the Indians would have done this, but these are settlers. Just right out in the middle of this valley here, which is a pretty cool spot because there's this massive cave, which I'm going to go explore. I'm following this trail. You can hardly see it, but it goes right through these plants here. It's coming out to this big cave here on the other side. Oh, it's dark in here. Animal footprints. Those are deer mostly. It goes up here. So, you know, I'm actually underneath the overhang. In other words, everything on this side is underneath, is hidden. So if it was raining, it wouldn't rain here. Big cave. So cool. Bet you the natives use this. Can you imagine in the winter time you could be in here, protected from the storms? Those look like raccoon footprints to me. There's raccoons here? I didn't know there was raccoons up in this part of the country. Good spot for them. So all this rock is going to fall someday. Gravity's going to get it and it's going to fall right in here and this will all fill in. Check this out. That's got to be a cow. Not big enough to be a buffalo. Yeah, big teeth. What do we got here? Yeah, that's been here a while. Oh, cool. Wow. Put that up in your bedroom wall. This one is a horse. You can tell because he's got a longer nose. So a horse died here. And a cow died back there. Oh, I was just spooked here. Partridge took off right at my feet. Big noise. That's what they do. They scare you so that you don't know what to do. You're just spooked. Anyways, I've been curious about this big flat rock down here. I had to check it out to see what it's made of. And it looks like it's made of just old sandstone, but look how smooth it is. There's some more of it there. Now the only place it could have come from is a great big piece off this cliff here. Back in the day. Pretty big crash. This thing peeled off, landed here in the water. I see that there's some interesting patterns being in here, and I'm thinking this is sort of fossil related. Look at this one. This is all round. Maybe there was a mudworm or something in here back, and this was under the ocean. Here's some rocks that fell down off this cliff. See, that's what's going to happen eventually. All these caves are going to be covered in with rocks. And I'm following this other little trail here, and I notice there's an actual forest. Now, we haven't seen a forest, we've seen prairie before. So somehow we got a little piece of forest in here. I gotta check this out because there's an animal trail going in here. So the animals particularly like this spot. Well, you know what, here's some more bones. But this one is the leg bones and backbone of a deer. And that's all in this little valley I'm in, which is like long and narrow on both sides. And I don't know where it's going. Well, if you hear me puffing, it's because I'm climbing up out of this little valley. I was in that forest down there, and I see there's a cliff ahead of me. So anyways, I'm gonna go up top. Well, I'm on top now, and I think I came down that valley over there, and then I saw this forest in here. I went all the way around and up that forest, and then decided to climb back up here. And oh, you can see the Sweetgrass Hills in the distance over there. That's pretty cool. There's a piece of fence over there on the top of that hill there too. See right there? Stopped to have some lunch here. There's my pack. I got my drone in there. I'm wearing these to protect my legs against snakes. Last thing I need is a snake bite down here. All alone. Ann knows where I am, and some neighbors know where I am, so I think I'll be pretty good. Something interesting I found. It's a fossil of a leaf. Great big, almost like a palm. You can palm tree or something. Because you can see, there's the central stem there. And then you can see the leaf going off to the side like that, both sides. That's pretty big if you compare it to the size of my hand. That's a pretty big plant. That leaf would have been quite large. Yeah, so back in the day, this was a tropical forest. Just made it down there. Hard to believe I made it down that steep slope, but I followed the wisdom of the animals. They had a trail down here, a bit eroded, but now I'm at the bottom, and I can see there's some animals that have gone this way. Coyotes. Butterfly. Butterfly. There's some creek water. Not sure I'd like to drink that, even with water purification tablet. No, thank you. Good thing I got my own water. Might even be eggs in there, of frogs and stuff. That fence is completely gone over there. Now what I have to do is I think I'm just going to go over this section of fence here. Just push this down and step over top of it. Sparrowhawks are complaining about me here. It must be near their nest or something. Yeah, I don't know if it's a beaver dam or what. Muskrat dam maybe? Yeah, that's a dam alright. I have to find a way to get across. You know, I wish you could smell this. There's perfume in the air. So many flowers, different kinds here. On the plants, on the trees, those bushes over there, these guys here, these are pretty cool. And they're all putting out these beautiful smells. And you know, people think, oh, the prairie, the bald prairie. Far from it. It's not bald. And it's certainly not empty. Another one there. Cool. And then these little guys. I think these things have the best smell. So what those are swallows' nests under this cliff. I always think to myself, what would happen if you were born a swallow and you grew up as out of your egg, and then you had to fly for the very first time and you had to leap out over everything. Never flown before, and you just have to leap into the air. My gosh. Look at all these caterpillars in here, and they're twitching away. Why are they twitching? It's twitching, twitching, twitching. That whole thing is full of caterpillars. So I see I've come up to another fence. I just crossed a fence. This must be my 6th fence. This one's going to be trickier to get across. And you know what? I think it'll be better to fly it. So I'm going to fly my drone up above here. So I'll say goodbye to the bottom of the valley here. Tent caterpillars. And I'll start working my way up, climbing up through this stuff here. Check out this beautiful orange rock. Isn't that something? It's covered with lichen. I think if they were to find life on another planet, it might just be something simple like lichen. Eats rock. Okay, just about at the top there. And we have a slog. Mosquitoes here, trying to get through my armor. Covered with insect repellent, but oh man, that was quite the climb. And I found an old license plate, 1966. Not that old, really. Alberta, 1966. Well, I'm back on the top again, so I'm going to fly my drone up above here.